So I did a video earlier with the title, Why is SBC, that's Scottish Borders Council, and SBHA, which is Scottish Borders Housing Association, still allowing glyphosate spraying for weed control? Honestly, I still feel like shit after my exposure earlier today, just sitting in the sun. And I'm looking, what the hell am I thinking? I'm looking at a whole bunch of dead but still standing weeds. Well, sorry, are they weeds? Flowery plants that were flowery plants and are just now like the skeletal brown dead but still sort of standing. And by the way, as that sort of breaks down over time, it turns to dust. It just, I cannot say this enough. My mouth, it's still, and I started feeling itching at the back of my hand and just not feeling that great, in all honesty. And I just felt that strongly about the company concerned that is subcontracted by these councils and housing associations, their staff, when asked, look, why are you spraying glyphosate? This is really toxic stuff. Oh, are you one of those sort of conspiracy theorists that, talk about chemtrails, etc.? And I honestly just felt that was very rehearsed. Really. And I look at Scottish Borders Housing Association, this 2023 Our Grounds Maintenance Service with ID Verde. Yeah? I'll leave you a link to it. It's important you watch the first one. But in this sort of imagery of, it looks all very green, let me point to the last bit. Herbicide applied twice per year. Twice per year. Why twice per year when they're talking about, we cut the grass every 2 to 3 weeks. More if needed. Yeah? Twice a year for the herbicide. Herbicide, it's quite a cozy word, isn't it, really? Yeah? Herbicide effective longevity refers to the duration a product remains active. A product remains active and controls weeds. This ranges from a few days for contact sprays to several months for residual ones, depending directly on the herbicide's active ingredients and how quickly they break down in the environment. So, synthetic post-emergence, e.g., glyphosate, absorbed by foliage, taking days to weeks to kill the plant. I mean, the discoloration's almost overnight, by and large, but the plant or whatever, anything green, and it just still stands there for weeks on end. In the soil, they degrade within days to several months, depending on the microbial activity and climate. I mean, so what I'm saying is this really toxic substance that you can smell, and it bloody well does affect you. I mean, I even thought, why am I noticing and so many people aren't? And then I realised, supermarket bread is like full of, chemicals and various other things, and absolutely sprayed with glyphosate unless you go out your way to find a source of flour that's not sprayed. And remember, when it comes to white bread now, and we're off at tangents, but they're adding an artificial type of folic acid, of which, is really not good for you. There is a running theme, yeah? But yeah, herbicide applied twice per year. Something that's active quite literally for months on end. And I want you to start thinking about where you are. Start looking at maybe housing schemes, all the rest of it. Look to where these things are being sprayed, because it is very apparent when you look for it, and maybe that's part 3. And then realise that this is active for months on end, and especially if you've got any kind of airflow. And then start realising, honestly, how much is this affecting you? Really, seriously. and I'll speak to you soon.